I'm saying is some Pokemon were introduced way too early and others were introduced too late. They're in the wrong generation. Like who? Starters, Capsakid and Scovillian. They were introduced way too late. They shouldn't have been introduced in Generation 9. They should have been introduced in Gen 3. They fit it way better. Gen 3? Yeah, just look at its design. You can't sit there and tell me that it doesn't look like it belongs with Breloom, Shiftry, and Cacturn. On top of that, you've got Ludicolo, which is a grass water type, and Scovillian is a fire grass type, which means they could have technically been in Ruby and Sapphire's counterparts. Wait, that actually makes a ton of sense. Plus, in Generation 3, I feel like it would have got the love that it deserved. In Generation 9, it just is totally overlooked. Right? And Alola is another one. It should have been introduced in Generation 3 as an evolution to Luvdisc. Maybe then people would have actually caught it and used it in battle. Huh, what about Pokemon that were introduced too early? I can't really think of any. Feebas and Milotic, or Melodic, or however you say it. In my opinion, Generation 4 was way too early for them to be introduced. They should have waited until like Generation 7 because their design and the way that it evolves is way more fitting. Oddly enough, I agree with you. However, Melodic and Feebas weren't introduced in Generation 4. What? Yes, they were. They were introduced in Generation 4. Remember, Cynthia had a Milotic on her team. Right, but just because she had one on our team doesn't necessarily mean that that's the generation that the Pokemon was from. Trust me, Feebas and Melodic were from Generation 3. I would know because Feebas was really hard to find.